guys been up to? What have you been up to? Well, let me tell you how I've been. I haven't gone to any shows. I did go to the beach. I was on vacation again last week. I'm off today. Got the car inspected. Got a lot of stuff handled, so I can just chill today and talk to you. Anyway, yeah, I went to the beach. Here's a quick 10-second beach vlog. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We made it to the beach. Hey, and what you do when you go to the beach is fucking Frank Rotten stuff. That's what you do when you get to the fucking beach. You fucking grind. Go to the beach and you fucking grind. And yeah, I did some record shopping and stuff, but I feel like there's something in my teeth, but I just flossed and I know there's nothing. But anyway, yeah, today I'm going to talk about 3 records, 3 death metal records that from 2021 that never quite got filed away due to the significance of rotation. So, on to it. What you're hearing there is some soupy, thick, just a slug moving through tar and molasses. And this is one of my favorite freaking records, man. Like from 2021, and this is one of these where I watched an interview. John McEntee from Incantation was doing interviews around the pandemic, and for another YouTube channel. And one day I saw him talking to somebody from Fossilization, and I watched the interview, and I pulled up the demo, and then this came out shortly after, or right around the same time, and I listened to this on Bandcamp, and luckily it was fresh, and it just came out on vinyl, or they pressed it on vinyl due to demand. Might even have been that. So anyway, I got one of these, and yeah, there is fast stuff, but my favorite stuff of them is what you were hearing there. They write really long linear riffs, which is really cool. Yeah. Fossilization. This is their first. I don't know if this was intended to be an LP or an EP or if it was whatever, but I call it a full length. It's long, and it's pretty long. This plays at 45 RPMs. It's 5 songs. This is not going to go away. 5 songs. I think this is on Sepulchral Voice. Or no. Transylvanian Recordings and Everlasting Spew. Everlasting Spew. Yeah, this is the lyrical action. Yeah, it's just a duet. They have a full band. I've been watching their shows, which really, I'm really excited because I really appreciate when a band puts an album out, and I really appreciate when they're a band and they actually play live. It's my only gripe with Titan Blood. They don't play live. You should do it once, at least. Anyway, like Hate Force just started, I noticed they would play a show every once in a while, but they did a couple years ago, and I watched that, and that was awesome. It was in the Ukraine. But anyway, that's off the subject. But Yeah, Fossilization from Brazil. They have a second album out that is equally as good as this. You can't go wrong. I did listen to that. I didn't get a copy of it. I tried to, and I was a day late, man. But if you haven't heard this, pull it up on Bandcamp or on YouTube or whatever. Um, I've turned all my friends on to this, the Keeper of Decay guys and stuff. Um, or they found, I'm pretty sure I turned them on to it, or at least kept kept beating that dead horse for them to check it out, and they all eventually did. So, yeah, we all agree that is an outstanding record from 2021, Fossilization. He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten. Great album title, too. So, smart guys, great music, thick, soupy, heavy death metal, done well from Brazil. Next, one album band. I found them, I believe they're from Texas. I found them on Bandcamp, and the drummer turned like his snare stuff. I could just tell, just even by just that, I was like, oh man, this dude's got his own thing going on. And that is Malignant Alter. Their debut album, one and only album. They are done. Dauber's been doing Necrofire, as I understand. That dude is something else, man. The drumming on this is, I can't say enough about it. And any drummer will tell you that this is like, it's so interesting, his choices and China accents and weird places. And I can't say enough about it. His blast beats are like kind of dynamic. He accents the riff with the snare, meaning he has his like snare sound. And there's no way these are like, I mean, I heard him talk. These are all real drums. He recorded them. There's no triggers or nothing on this thing. It's and the performances and some of the tempos he gets himself into are, anyway, it's not just the drumming. It's great riffs, time signature stuff, like off time stuff that they make it groove and not groove in a corny way. Just Dauber has it where and the fills, man. Yeah. I can't say enough about the drumming, man. The fills are, it's just incredible. But you can't say enough about this band. Really strong two guitar players. And it was funny. I watched an interview with them, and this was funny. They were not funny, but they're a little bit younger than me. And not to make it about myself, but Scattered Remnants and Morpheus Descends were two big bands here. They're not, one's from New York and one's from Massachusetts, but they would play PA here. We really like that band. The demos circulated and stuff like that. And they mentioned those two bands as influence for this. And it doesn't sound like those bands, but you can hear they can get into chuggy riff stuff, and since it's unique and they have different tails on the riffs and stuff, and then they'll throw those riffs off time. It keeps it more interesting. But you can definitely hear their influences, stuff like that. But you get top tier musicianship. The vocals are kind of like a dry push vocal. There's no, I listened to him talk. He's the young guy in the band, and he was really adamant about like no techniques being used with the mic. Like he was really adamant about no cupping, he wanted raw, breathy death metal vocals, and that's what you get here. Great lyrics. Quick show what this all is here. And that is the Malignant Alter. I found them on the demo. Like I said, the demo's great. Something of Jealous God. Retribution of Jealous Gods. Yeah. And they did eventually do a vinyl press of that demo, which is really good. Wow, that's split. That sucks. Anyway, this is what break out the glue stick, man. A little bit of split action there. That's not cool. Anyway, yeah, can't say enough about Malignant Alter. Good luck finding this. This is one of those records where I kind of knew the day it was coming out, and I went to order and it was sold out. I don't know if they only did a few hundred, 300 of these or something, but, and I know they did do a second press. That's what this is. But I was like waiting for the album to come out from the demo. It comes out and I didn't get a copy. I was like, how the hell sells the whole debut album out? You know what I'm saying? As I put this nonsense away. Anyway, last thing I'm going to talk about. And I've talked about this band a lot. But from 2021, man. From 2021. Last but definitely not least. Boom. Boom. Concrete Winds, Nerve Butcher. They have a new one. It's equally as good as this. I don't want to say anything bad, but I was disappointed, and I love this like logo. I've mentioned that before. I think they need to keep that as their logo. I love this like pencil artwork look thing. It's just outstanding. I don't know. Yeah, kind of nuts, right? Duet. There is another guitar player live. I've shown a bunch of live footage from them on this channel if you're curious. That's intense, man. They are 1,000% live. It's so good. I mean, these guys, you cannot, they're not messing around. It is crazy live. So anyway, yeah, that's the video for today. Nerve Butcher. This is the craziest, one of the craziest things out. All very grindy, screaming vocals. They were a band called Vorum. At least two of the guys were Vorum before they were Concrete Winds. For several albums out as Vorum. That's a little bit more death metal, but still really aggro, really awesome stuff. I'm not as familiar with that, so I can't talk about it, but I can talk about Concrete Winds. So I highly recommend that if you need something to twist up the palate a little bit. Throw some spice in there or something. Anyway, did I just say that? That's terrible. Anyway, that's the video for today. Yeah, Concrete Winds, Malignant Alter, and Fossilization. Yes, yes, and yes. Do it, man. Find them. Good luck. They're all kind of... I think the Concrete Winds you can find. I'm not sure. That Malignant Alter is going to be tough, and that first Fossilization, that thing's a few years old now. But anyway, that's the video for today. Shallow 666. Yeah.